Oh.
Not today, Nandi.
Uma
is mine.
Umu Nandi.
The Nandi, I guess, is
Umu Nandi. That's, you know, 11 passenger van will carry about 22 people.
Yes. That's what turned me on to the bus. When I was in Nicaragua, they had all them 90s model buses.
Yeah.
They're rated for 70 people, and they had
180.
180, yeah.
Judy and I was on one, rode a long ways, and we couldn't sit together. She was up there and I in the back, and right above me in the luggage rack, which is an open cage rack, was a chicken. And it pooped right down my hat in front of my face and stuff. There's welding machine. You go from one side to the middle and it's like 70. That same side all the way to the far side, and it's like 100 amp.
100 amps?
Yeah, 50 amp or 100 amp. If you go further down the coil, you know, there's three things sticking out of you. Huh?
So that'll kill you quick.
Yeah, but they weld with it without hoods.
Yeah, they just close their eyes.
They'll go psst and shut their eyes and feel it. It actually makes a good welder because they learn how to feel, you know, how you're making your little loopity-doos and stuff on it.
This is the hostel that Jack and Judy stay at every time they're in Lusaka, which is the capital city. Up here is the water system for the hostel. It is partially off-grid. Jack and Judy's house is completely off-grid, but these water tank systems hold the water and gravity brings it back down. I flew in last night. Today we start the 6-hour drive to Jack and Judy's house in Makushi, Zambia. After leaving the hostel and heading to Jack and Judy's house in Makushi, we took the Great North Road for most of the trip. The Great North Road is also referred to as the Cairo Cape Town Road. It's a road that runs most of the continent of Africa and is a major transportation route for freight and cargo. Hello. This morning we are starting the foundation for Monica's new house. We have 1,000 bricks. They are nice bricks for where we are. So far, this is the foundation.
The sand and cement mortar mixture will be done here. But, okay, they will mix.
Mr. Jack.
But that'll be the sand and stuff will be mixed there. We'll put a drum there with water in it.
I will try to do a time lapse over the course of the building process, but right now they are starting the foundation. So we have some other tasks to do. So while we are doing that, they will be digging the ditches. All right, Mr. Jack.
So, 90. You gonna make the furrow that big?
This is this down. Don't it look like this?
What?
Hey, say hi.
This makes
It's a video. This is the cement we're going to be mixing for the mortar to hold these bricks together.
Okay, you're gonna put Mud with that?
Yeah. Then the second one will be like this.
Okay. Now you will make this one.
This is
My name is Catherine. This one is
So I'm going to go get the drum.
this one is Roy.
We will put it.
this is their house.
Yes.
This is
Go get a
new house.
3 bags of cement.
And they all live with you? They all?
And that one.
So we got 6,
Y'all can go ahead and get.
We are 7.
7.
We're gonna have to go here.
And another one is
Dirt
that
that
one.
you take out of the furrow.
Monica.
Oh, this is Monica.
Yeah, Monica. And the other one, I have two boys here.
Okay.
That one and this one. So come here.
Naumfwa.
Naum.
This one, and I'm a family.
This is your family.
Yeah, my daughter is this.
You have a nice family. And you all live in here. Until this is built. So they have 7 people. This house might be 60 square foot. This is their bathroom. I just took a piss in it. They got a little hole. My aim was a little off.
How's it working there, Eli? Is that real soft dirt?
Nope. Need an excavator. How are you? How are you? Fine? Hmm.
Ito ang kuko. Nang boleh buat kuko panan.
Naman.
Oh. Okay.
Said you could pick up that chicken.
What's that?
Imagine you could pick up that chicken.
Baca dah boleh kuomba. Baca muka, biar baca apa? Abeng.
Ora ni mwa bakari ati msala mtwala kuruda dede sukari.
Nara mwa wamfa.
Wali kimwadinga na wamfa.
Na sala.
They talking about me, huh? They talking about me? They say I'm cute?
Very hot.
I'm fat.
Yeah.
I like to eat.
Like hot.
They call me fat. Is this a school?
No.
This
The
house?
Yes.
Hello. What you cooking?
Wenzuri nimeenda kupangira point ya shilingi kwa Amerika.
I've been given a
Taupide? Jambo kupika mabunga. Taupi.
Nothing down there. How come it was thicker earlier? Need some more of that.
Yeah, na upya. Ah, look at mambo na
Yeah.
breakfast ashupa, yes.
It's like grits. Oop,
Sorry.
it's not good. How much you need to put? Some more?
Yes,
A lot more?
yes.
No, let me help you.
Go for it. You look like you know what you're doing.
Let me help.
You eat this every day?
Yes.
3 times in a day.
3 times a day?
Yeah.
You don't get tired of that? Never.
Tamuna koko DFP.
That's all you eat?
The Zambian, she's like in Shim.
Zambian what?
She's like in Shim.
Like shrimp.
You like it? Well, I guess so. You eat it 3 times a day.
Yeah. 3 times a
You
day.
put some chicken in there?
Yes.
Look at the chicken right there.
You like chicken?
Like some gumbo.
Like
I like
one.
chicken.
Okay.
I'm glad that you're doing it. I don't think it would have turned out as good
I
if
don't
you let me do it.
roll it into a ball, kind of tighten it up, kind of stuff. And make an indent. Here you go. See this?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but that's too much.
Like that?
Yes.
Your hands will wet it balls up there. This is good. Mama, this is sure. Ooh-wee. Did you think you'd ever be doing this?
Nope.
Mm.
Does it hurt?
It's good. Good.
If you want a relationship,
Food.
eat with them.
Thank you. How you say
And
thank
to
you?
eat with
You're
them,
welcome.
How you
what
say
they
thank you?
eat, how they're excited.
Your thank
about
you.
it.
Nama. Nama. It's not.
Natote.
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 Natotella.
Natotella.
Yes.
Natotella.
Alright.
Natotella, me. This is the fork you use. Lino.
Ala le
She
tutum.
laughing at me?
Uyu. Mbadi baja bwa flower.
Pretty common that the men will eat, then the ladies will eat.
We are chopping 10 gum trees today. They are a type of eucalyptus tree to make an insaka. It's a type of outdoor kitchen. That way they don't have to cook in the dirt and weather like the last video. So we will be debarking these trees. All you have to do to bark them is beat the crap out of them and the bark falls off. Then after debarking them, we will char the first couple of feet. That way the termites don't destroy them, because the termites don't like the burnt taste. Termites are real bad. It'll turn this whole pole into dust within a matter of weeks. After we get the poles in the ground and the roof on, we will be wrapping the poles with chicken wire. Outside of the chicken wire will be a burlap type material, and then after that will be more mortar cement mix, and then they will be able to paint that, and then that will be harder than stucco. It'll be just as hard as a wall. This is the last clip I have before one of those trees fall on my GoPro.
Famous. They're second in the world in copper producing. And there is a province in the north that's called the Copper Belt. Brazil is first and Zambia is second. So there's lots of truck carrying sheets of copper about this wide and about that big.
That's a lot of copper.
Manganese, things like that.
Yeah, they're mining for manganese on the other side of the hill from us. All up and down that area.
We are over here picking up a barrel at Mr. Paul's shop. Our friend is cutting a bucket over there. That way we can mix some cement. Mr. Jack says he is the best mechanic in Zambia. This is his mechanic shop. We got stuff everywhere. Mr. Jack also says he's the best machinist in Zambia. He has 3 lathe machines over here. Pretty cool guy. He's taking us hunting tomorrow. You should check out the safari Jeep. Give me a second, we're gonna walk into the shop. This is what we are going hunting in tomorrow. They're doing some maintenance on it. That way we don't break down. Should be fun. I have a feeling I'll be riding up there. Mr. Jack has trained many people how to shoot bow and arrow, guns, all of the above. He is a marksman and a professional tracker and hunter. He has trained a handful of people who now compete in the type of Olympics that they hold in Africa between all the countries. So I could not miss a archery lesson from a master marksman. I had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity with Mr. Jack. He took us hunting the day after this archery lesson. We did not use the bow and arrow, but I was able to see thousands of acres of land and wildlife
Cock your bow.
because of Mr. Jack's connections.
Put that anchor behind that ear. You're strangling it too tight. Don't hold it quite so tight. All right, find your trigger. It's up to you. Very good. All right, very good. Remember I told you within 5 shots I could have you doing this? All right, what it is you've got a natural good thing built into you.
Hunting is a lifestyle that brings millions of dollars to the African economy and also the conservation of the wildlife. So hunting is a very big deal, and hunting is what brought Mr. Jack to Africa.
I was going to, but then I thought, nah.
Mr. Jack knows a farmer, and he allowed us to hunt impalas. That way they could sell some to the market and also give some to his employees. This is how they feed the employees on the farm, as well as making an income. And Mr. Jack, being a master marksman, can hit the correct amount of animals in the correct spot that is asked of him. While we were hunting, we had some visitors with us. One was a 10-year-old and 2 adult males. The 10-year-old took a shot off at an impala and hit him in the gut. So most of this video is us chasing that impala to harvest him. We could not leave an injured impala out in the wildlife and let him suffer. As we were chasing this impala, our tire blows out, and there are a couple reasons we didn't stop. First reason is we didn't have a jack or a wrench to get the lug nuts off. And secondly, Mr. Paul, who was driving, owns a mechanic shop and a tire shop, so obviously it wasn't that big of a concern to him. Yeah, it's popping off the rim. So I shot an impala. By this time, all the impalas looked the same. All the trees looked the same. I didn't know right from left. And Mr. Paul, who is barefoot running through the bush right now, pointed at him and said shoot, and I shot. This is the one we've been after?
Yes. Moses, knife. You want me to take a picture?
It's on a video right now.
It's on video.
Yeah.
Hold up its head, yeah. Good shot. I'm not going to just hit it.
I got a piece. Hey, it's starting to come.
Alright, jump on.
Yeah, let's.
We're going quick. Well, it's rolling. You're alright, go.
That didn't sound good. Here you can see after 45 minutes of driving, the inner tube wraps around the rotor and caliper and breaks them off. So the rest of the day home and the rest of the boating trip the next day, we have no brakes.
Make a knife out of it. We still got 3.
Ja. Dat is jij lang.
Too short.
Jack bought me a new starter for my boat.
So today we're doing a boucherie. It is not called a boucherie in Africa, but Jack and Judy have been married 50 years and they had their anniversary while I was out here in Africa. This pig roast was a practice run because this massive pit they did not own, and the following week they had 100 people out at their property and they roasted a pig and 2 goats. So this was a practice run to make sure they knew how to operate the grill correctly. My last few days of Zambia, we got to travel to South Luangwa National Park. We actually traveled through the park. Our options were to travel 3 to 4 days around the park to the entrance of the park, or travel through the park, which was 2 6-hour days of driving, but they were 2 6-hour off-road days. So we drove 6 hours, we camped, then drove another 6 hours to where we would stay for another 3 days. The South Luangwa National Park is based on the Luangwa River. It is part of the Zambezi River, which is the 4th largest river in Africa. This National Park is home to a thriving wildlife and many different species of birds that are not found here in America. I was able to do a nighttime safari while there, but we were also camping on the grounds of this massive park, so every night was a nighttime safari. I seen all the animals, all the iconic African animals. I saw elephants, lots and lots of elephants, lots of crocodile, hippos, eagles. We had a lot of giraffes. I saw the lions. They roared every night at sunset. You can hear the lions roar for miles. Hippos as well. The hippos love to fight. You'll hear them screaming and fighting with each other at dawn and through the day. Baboons were everywhere. They were a nuisance to the campground. Trash had to be locked up because the baboons, every time you turn around, tried to steal your trash or your food. Many times they took tomatoes and lettuce off of our table while we were cooking. So they are real funny and real annoying. My favorite part was waking up in the morning and shooting the baboons with little pebbles and slingshots just to scare them off. Now, from this national park, headed out back to Lusaka is my last couple of days. It took us another day to drive to Lusaka, the capital, where I caught a plane the next day. We also had a Peace Corps girl with us who we dropped off in Lusaka as well, and she was with us throughout the week's drive through the campground and camping. I learned a tremendous amount this trip. Going to a poor country will really open your eyes if you have never been out of our country or never been to a third world or impoverished country. It will really change your life to explore the way these people live and the way they think and survive. Every day is about survival. This trip was planned 6 weeks before the plane took off. I never thought I would be able to raise the amount of money possible in 6 weeks, and I am super thankful for that. I appreciate you so much. None of this would have been possible without your help. So I'd like to give a special thanks for those of you who supported this trip financially, those of you who prayed for me through the upcoming days and the days through the trip. I would not have been able to do this without you, and if you like the work that Jack and Judy are doing in Africa, you can stay up to date with them on the Help for Hope Africa page, and it is on Facebook. Thank you for watching. We packed a month worth of footage into 30 minutes of video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.